Hey, pilots! Welcome to another exciting episode of War Robots Domination, a series of helpful gameplay tutorials designed to help highlight the tactics and strategies that I use to help tip the scales of my favorite game, War Robots. Each episode will feature a handful of battles along with helpful commentary that'll provide insight as to what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. I'm your host, Gotchure Beacons, and I've been playing this awesome game for a few years now, and I've learned a few tricks along the way that I'd love to share with y'all. You'll notice that although my hangar is fairly basic and at lower levels, I've been able to climb it up to Expert League, so I believe that you'll find my tactics will help you do more with less, which could be very helpful with today's economy in the game. I should also mention that this is my second account, so don't let my career profile stats fool you. This is actually my baby account, but it sends a great message to pilots who feel they need to chase the current meta in order to be competitive in battle, because you don't. Wise gameplay can usually overcome any fancy gimmick. A death button is a great example. It can still melt just about any build, and its heritage stems all the way back to near the beginning of the game. It's all about knowing when to use it and how to use it. So, without further ado, I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy today's episodes while I walk you through my gameplay tactics and share with you my mindset in battle. I hope you find it entertaining, helpful, and fun to watch. I think you will. I'm going to call this battle One Good Turn, and I'll explain why as we go along here. Enjoy my friends in the background and status as they play their awesome song, November. I'll make sure I put a link to their Spotify website on the description for this video. Go check them out. So this is Carrier, and it's a great map. It's one of those ones where center beacon is pretty much the beacon of focus. By the way, this is the old guard here. This is Major Payne. He's my beautiful Zeus Fury. I walk him over to this little bridge over here, and then I get behind one of these structures and kind of basically guard this beacon, this spawn beacon, if you will, one of our spawns, and then basically focus on center. I'm in Expert League right now, but even in Expert, you're going to see all sorts of different weapons. The new cryo weapons are out now. You saw me tingling there a little bit, and Major Payne's already taken out. By the way, my bots are a level 6, in case you don't know much about the way I play. The bots are level 6, the weapons are a level 9. I intentionally keep them there. I'm trying to show everyone that you can do pretty good in this game without having to get high power or meta bots. These are all pretty much older bots, or kind of non-meta, if you will, and the weapon levels are at 9, where very reasonable and very obtainable for just about anyone. Now, the reason I call this one good turn, Beacon Rush and Domination are both beacon-focused battles. Domination is one of those ones where it's not quite as fast-paced. It's more of a timing thing, but it definitely is a matter of keeping the things balanced. When they turn a beacon, it's important that you turn it back. One good turn deserves another. And, it's always going to be kind of a back and forth, especially on these kind of maps where center beacon is the most important one. So remember, if they grab that beacon, your focus needs to be to turn it back. One good turn deserves another. If they get it, make sure your focus is to get it back. Now, sometimes as they're doing that, you find that they leave other beacons exposed or unguarded. So here's what I did. I made sure I turned this back. It's worth my life, and I'm gonna die doing this. But one good turn deserves another. You guys always make sure that you're on the upper hand of the beacon balance. There's usually a balance in the battle. There's balance in the amount of weaponry on each side, the pilots on each side. You got to imagine that matchmaking is going to somewhat give you a balanced battle. And when it does, that means that you don't have a clear advantage over them. So it really is a matter of just turning things back and making sure you always have that slight balance. Now, this is Diablo. He's my little Loki, and I'm trying to find a way to either cap one of these beacons, or this is another thing that Diablo does, and it's a very subtle thing. What I'm doing is I'm getting lots of attention. I know that with a stealth, I can pretty much stay somewhat alive simply by staying alive. By the way, I got a second Loki, in case you're wondering why this isn't on my closed map deck. I've won a Loki, so now I have 2 Lokis, and I have one on each deck, because I think it's just one of the most important bots in the game right now. What I just did, if you saw there, the body count, the head count on the Reds, there were 4 reds on me, and 4 reds way away from the center and the other beacons allows my men to get moved on in and settled. So that was a positioning tactic. That was a little red manipulation, in case you didn't know. Yeah, I didn't cap one red in, or I didn't cap one beacon in there. But what I did is I brought a lot of reds back to me to basically try to take me out and deal with me, and in doing so, it brought a lot of reds kind of to the back area. It allowed my men to slowly move on in, because if they're all shooting at me, that means our men are basically walking toward the center, and they're doing it uncontested, without any kind of battle. Look at how many blues I have back in my area here. So that little manipulation does work. Now we've got 4 beacons, and now they're all kind of crowded there. I'm coming from behind them. They got so far out of position with my little Loki stunt there with a little Diablo that it allowed our men to kind of get in and pretty much surround these guys. So now they're way back at their base, and our men are all moved in. And hey, look at this, a little golem. I love that. I love seeing old school stuff in here. And he's got a cryo weapon on him too. Sorry, not enough to take us out. And I got a traditionalist falcon there. So that was a lot of fun. So that was a nice green banner, a nice win, great pilots on both sides. There were some really good lessons in there about positioning and basically field manipulation that I was able to do with my Loki there. And also, make sure that you're always keeping them one ahead of them on the beacon balance. One good turn deserves another. Hey, great pilots on both sides. If you see your name, thanks for the game. Peace out, guys. I'm going to call this battle victory laps, and you'll definitely understand why as we go along here. Enjoy my friends in the background and status as they play their awesome song, Woodish. So, this is Canyon. Canyon's a big open map, and here I've got my closed map deck running right now. Kind of weird thing to do, but every once in a while, it's fun to kind of just mix it up for a little bit of strange. And here we go. So, this is Whizbang. He is my little blitz. He's got halos, and he's got a gust on him. I want to eventually get 4 halos on him. He's really a beast with 4 halos. But right now, I'm trying to do kind of an interesting pattern thing. I do like kind of crafting a win, and I do it by figure out where the reds are light or where they're weak, and try to exploit gaps in coverage. And with a little fast deck like this, you can really kind of do that, because you can race on him and go where big support bots are, go take them out, and and make things happen. That actually happened to Major Pain on another one. Well, there goes Whizbang. So I'm taking that Diablo out. Here's my little Loki. And right now I see that we're falling behind on beacons. So it's a matter of taking little Loki out, little Diablo out, and running around and crapping some beacons. Now, when you're going to run a Loki, it's important that you understand some of the dynamics. He is really pretty a lightweight when it comes to, not very durable. So when you are doing it, make sure you're kind of avoiding, red traffic. Don't go right next to him unless you're doing it intentionally. Right now, we are 4 beacons up. There's really no reason for me to go anywhere and get dangerous or get reckless with Loki, with Diablo, unless there's a place to go that makes sense. Like over there to my left, but I see that we already have a mate in that area, and he's capping it, so I don't need to run in that direction. Now I see that our spawn area beacon got captured, so I'm gonna run over there. Now look at it, I'm running right over the top where everyone can see me. That's not normally what I would recommend you do with a Loki, but there's things that I do occasionally to actually draw attention to myself, because I know that right now my guys, my mates have their hands full, and sometimes a Loki running around will grab attention of a few reds. I've got a phase shift I can always hit if someone actually locks in on me, but right now it seems I'm even going around to their side. We gotta remove this guy, so I'm gonna go ahead and take him down. I'm getting chunked down right now myself, so I hit a phase shift, but my stealth back on. Now this he can actually get me. He probably is going to, but I know that I've got a Whalen on the other side keeping me healthy, but he did his little pounce jump, and there we go. But luckily we were able to have a nice beacon advantage for a long enough time that those little victory laps of mine, paid off at the end. So be mindful when you're running a Loki. Make sure you're doing it kind of wisely. Pick your spots, pick where you're going to take advantage of your stealth. And if you're going to go in and get attention, make sure you're doing it in such a way that's going to help your mates out to get a nice green banner at the end there. Great pilots on both sides. A lot of fun running around with Loki always, even though it's on a big open map like that. So if you see your name, thanks for the game. Peace out. I'm going to call this battle tunnel vision, and you'll explain why as we go along here. Enjoy my friends in the background and status as they play their awesome song, War. Perfect for this battle, oh yeah. So this is this episode's Beacon Rush battle, and I always put a different deck in. It's all faster, knife fighter, brawler type guys that can get to a beacon quickly and defend themselves and the beacon if they need to. Kind of little assassins. I didn't quite make it to that one, but I'm still made my path. I have to look to see what's going on here now. And unlike normally, I want to see where I'm going. See, I'm going to hop into that one where I just left because our guys got it. I'm not going to go up to that top one there, but now I see a falcon going over there. So I'm going to go to another beacon that isn't being challenged, and that's actually their home spawn beacon. I can see that our home spawn beacon got overwhelmed, so I'm going to go back over here and see if I can take theirs. One good turn deserves another, right? Now, the title of this battle is Tunnel Vision, and when you play Beacon Rush, you need to have tunnel vision, and your tunnel is right leading toward a beacon. Always be going toward a beacon, guys, because each beacon is a portal that allows your men to file in behind you and basically flood that area. Unlike Domination, where when they die, they have to go all the way back to their home spawn area, these beacons are portals that allow your guys in. So you gotta have tunnel vision to keep yourself always focused on heading toward a beacon. Always being capping a beacon. Now, look at us. We are at a 5-to-1 beacon advantage. 4-to-1 beacon advantage. This is not going to last long. We have a containment zone now. They can't get out of their home spawn area. This is exactly what you do when you play Beacon Rush, is you build basically these portals around their area. If they try to get out, you're going to file right on into your beacon portal and keep it defended. And you got to have that tunnel vision. We have now pinned them back into their home spawn area. They can't get out. They can try, but there's just too much support for me and my mates around each of the beacons that we have capped. And that one was a nice short battle. So guys, have the tunnel vision. Do not have range bots or slower moving bots. All have to be faster bots that have high DPS, damage per second, high knife fighter type guys that can really put out a lot of damage in a short amount of time and flood the areas that you have, and make sure that you have tunnel vision toward those beacons. Great pilots on both sides, lots of fun. If you see your name, thanks for the game. Peace out.